Alrighty. Oh, yep. Something's not quite working on my end, but I am there. Good evening, everybody. How we all doing tonight? Welcome to a special stream. This one's been something I'd been wanting to. Well, I say wanting to. It's literally only just come out. I've been keeping an eye on it for a long time. This patch has been cooking for a very long time. To the point that like it was thought like almost impossible for a while, because the way this game works, they would need to basically write their own code to display subtitles, and the absolute mad lads managed to do that. So after many years, it's been what, nearly 30 years I think since this came out. We have Kowloons Gate playable in English. This is, I don't even like, I don't know enough to attempt a description, so I don't think I'm gonna try to describe this. I think we're just gonna go in and experience it. I've a little bit of an idea of what I'm going into, but I'm certainly not like I'm not. There's some people out there that are like ultra lore experts on this. That is not me. I haven't tried to play this game in raw Japanese, because this is definitely the kind of thing that's beyond my Japanese ability, and partially because of Japanese, but also partially because the way this game is, it's kind of pseudo in Chinese and some parts Vietnamese as well. This is something. The fact that this has got an English fan translation is like absolutely wild. Like this shouldn't exist. But here it is, and we are absolutely going to be checking it out tonight. Yeah, we've covered other like patches by a bunch of these people as well. This Kagodin doing the translation, Espronite initially hacking, and then Hilltop coming in to sort of finish it off. And I think it was Hilltop that did all the like mad subtitle hacking, which, as I said, was like sort of one of the making this an impossible project points. And there's been a few other people. Another translator by the name of DK, I think was heavily involved for handling the like Chinese end of things. All of the, hang on, I will give me a sec. I will pull a link up to the patch so that you guys can go grab it for yourselves if you are so interested. I will pin that in the chat. Give me a second. I should have done that beforehand. We are professional stream here. Ah, shoot. Actually, if I do that like that, and like that. Go. And we just pin that. Yeah. As I said, yes, very professional stream. But there we go. That's the posted 49 minutes ago. This patch is hot off the presses, lads. I had my image rips of the discs ready to go. I was prepared. I've been looking forward to this one. It's not behind a paywall, no. Hilltop does take like Patreon donations, but the the patch itself is free. If it was a paid patch, then we'd have issue. We've had these discussions before. I don't think fan translation patches should be paid for things. Absolutely, they can ask for donations and whatnot, but the final patch should not be a paid for thing. That gets a little weird in this particular case where so much work has been done. It is like, do they deserve to be paid? Yeah, in this case, I think actually, but you get into the weird grounds again of like, they are taking someone else's work. Like they didn't make the original game. They made the fan translation patch for it. As I said, in this case, because of all the extra work that's gone into it, this one's like above and beyond. Yeah, no. As I said, the actual patch itself is not a paid patch. It's not pay to play. You can just access that post, and you can read the details yourself. You can download the patch yourself if you want it. It's there. Go grab it. There's a big introductory guide that they've included as well. That's got a shit ton of detail in it. If you're interested. It's like 60 something pages of an introductory guide. Where it goes over like a bunch of this, which is a lot of information. I've read some of it. I dodged a bunch of it because like spoilers as such. But I will have that sort of open to the side here, so I can reference it if need be. But yeah, I think we're just going to. I feel kind of bad now. It coming out today on the back of that Nintendo Direct. That was an absolutely fucking wild Direct. Unfortunately, it's going to take away a bit from this thing's steam, which is a shame. But yeah, that Direct was absolutely nuts. Muramasa finally getting free and a PC release at that. The remake of Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil, all of the Xenoblade news, fucking Kingdom Hearts 4. Holy shitballs! What a Direct! Like there's so I've forgotten. So yeah, the Tales of Eternia remake, Final Fantasy Resonance, which is basically a real home console release of Brave Exvius. We got a new Atelier game that was just kind of snuck in there as well. Like this Direct was, Jesus Christ. But that's not what we're here for right now. Right now we're here for Kowloons Gate. So let's get into it. As always, let me know if the audio is bunked, and I will fiddle with levels. Obviously, I have to wait till the game sort of actually gets going.
これが我々の住む妖怪の風水だ。今のところ乱れることなく整っている。しかし臨界にはしかるべき風水が見当たらない。
すなわち臨界では風水の源となる四神樹、そう正義、略、数邪、玄武の見立てが全く行われていない。空論上の中で四神樹の見立てを正しく行いさえすれば、臨界の風水はおのずと立ち現れてくるはずだ。君はあの空論上に潜入し、風水を起こさねばならない。
まずは四神獣となるべき存在を探し当て、正しい見立てを行うのだ。
This is one of those things that are going to get real fucking confusing. Because we're going to be using Japanese, but then it's going to be referring to like the Chinese terminology. So just be warned.
これを気脈の歪みを見る風水スコープです。
So like we've already got the, because we're using the like the Chinese readings of them instead of Suzaku, Byako, Genbu, and Seri, we have it's a Baihu, Zhuhui, Qinglong, and Zhuanwu. We're all well familiar with the four divine guardians by this point. We're working on the Chinese readings. But yeah, as for the remake of this, for that came out with the VR prequel, I have not played either. I'm effectively going in blind. I've known about this game for a very long time, and it's something I've very much wanted to play. But it was also, like I said at the start of the stream, like, the language complexity for this is well beyond my abilities. And the fact that anyone was able to produce a fan translation at all for this is near on a miracle in itself. So yeah, this game, it's first-person adventure game in two formats. We have Myst-style exploration in, like, safe zones, and then first-person dungeon crawling in non-safe zones.
Ivy, 早速かかってくれ。いいな。
彼を本当に信用していいのですね。もし彼が間違った道を選んだら、
そのためにお前を呼んだのだ。さあ、用意をしてくれ。
わかりました。ジャスト、
時間をください。
Eh? She became a he? Like, I can't even imagine, like, what hell they went through to write their own, like subtitle code and then add like all the flags and calls to make that work. Like, Jesus. Alright, give me a second. I had left my light off because I wanted to kind of immerse myself and I felt the darkness would help a bit better for that, but the Teddy is not liking trying to work in the darkness. It is too dark. We are losing tracking. Normally I can get away with it with the light from the screen being enough, but given it's a dark game, unfortunately, I would have liked to have been here in the dark as well, just for the immersion factor. I liked lots of things from the Direct. It was fucking wild. I didn't even know Nintendo was doing a thing, and then they drop all the things. Alright, this is gonna be, I'm gonna have to, like, start mentally tracking. Do we have a... I know there's a map in the dungeon. The patch was released about an hour ago, Tails. I was waiting for it. I had my discs ready to go. I was refreshing the where it was gonna get released. I was about to say, could you imagine trying to, like, manage the feng shui of fucking Kowloon? But that, I suppose, is literally the concept of this game. Oh, okay, I see. There's one for the door and one for the guy. Oh, no, okay. Mist did have console ports, didn't it? I don't think I've played a console version of Mist. Yeah, no, definitely, because there was... Mist, at least... I don't know, for the PlayStation, is definitely on the Saturn. I suppose technically it's got no reason it couldn't work on console. It's all like you just need to read from the disc, basically. That's the save point, isn't it? The the VR remake. The VR, there was a VR thing that was done as like a prequel that also included a quote unquote remake of this, but as far as I'm aware, it wasn't an actual remake. It was just like a slideshow kind of thing rather than an actual like playable experience. Let's just say the same thing. If it should, I don't usually read out like dialogue in a game. I'll read fluff text that we get. Um, I'm just like, should I read the dialogue in this? I don't know how chunky it's gonna be. But yeah, I would not be surprised if this is turned up on some like JRPGs you didn't know exist, kind of, well, not even necessarily JRPG, games, like Japanese PlayStation games you didn't know about, kind of thing. But as I said at the start, like, this isn't the kind of thing you can really... You would need significant language skills to be able to go in raw on this one. I suppose to the point of, like, even Japanese players would be expected to have some difficulty with this because of the mix of, like, Chinese-Japanese. Accidentally going backwards, don't mind me. Have they used Kowloon as a setting for much else? Because, like, it is such a intriguing, like, place. I've at least heard of Dungeon Chill. I've never seen any of their stuff, but I've at least heard of them. Oh, hello. I was gonna say, what? Mercury, what is this? Fucking... Oh, god damn it. I've completely blanked on the Chinese emperor. That kept taking mercury because he thought it was elixir of life. Yeah, comfortable there, friend? Hey, Clibero, how's it going? We're just getting started, so... the game is currently very intriguing. I'm expecting that to remain the case, throughout the whole thing. Gonna... My brain's gonna have a bit of trouble, like, mentally mapping out these... directions. Depends on sort of how deep the branching paths go. I did see that. I don't want to look at it yet. It will probably come necessary. I only briefly glanced over the map sections because I didn't want to like spoil myself. I feel like I kind of want to immerse myself in it before I like break out like maps or guides, that kind of a thing. But it'll definitely come necessary later, especially if my brain gets fried. It's not too bad so far. It's just that the mental mapping of some of the move points don't quite match up. I'm a little sad I had to turn my room light on to get Teddy to work properly. Playing this in a dark room would have been much more appropriate. Alas, can't have everything. Wanna hook us up with a way to get through the door there, friend? Well, the locksmith. Unless that is now flagged the garden door as accessible. I wonder how, like, flaggy we're going to be versus, like, key items. Yeah, yes. Yeah, pretty much. As always, I'm going to be doing, like, a lot of thinking out loud. That's not me looking for answers. Though I suppose in this case I wouldn't expect anyone to have the answers, so hey. We should be right there. Hopefully this isn't something that can really be hit with spoilers. Only the, like, most hardcore of hardcore people will have played this. Or, the most hardcore of hardcore English-speaking people will have played this. I'm sure there's plenty of Japanese folks out there that have played it. Unfortunately, we haven't had much of a Japanese audience in quite a while. Ah, I miss some of the old days. Hmm. So... Hmm. Is there a... I wonder... Is it that kind of a game? Or I need to shove money in the merchant's face? Yep, it's that kind of a game. Okay. What do we need the mercury for? I mean, I'll try to rub it on the locksmith. Maybe he'll give us a way to get past the locked door for the the garden. Oh, that is the garden. That's not the locksmith. As I said, bear with me as I get a bit lost. I'm not trying to make things frustrating for you guys, but this is my first time in here as well. Where was the locksmith? Was he back here? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try to rub mercury on you, but I don't understand why I'm doing this. Nope, okay, never mind then. What? Where'd you come from? You weren't there before, sir?
俺鏡は見たんだ。チョンキンガーデンの中にいた。あんた風水師だろ？だったら助けなきゃ。チョンキンガーデンにはうちの店の脇から入るんだ。ねえ、この話俺が教えたってこと内緒だよ。あいつらの耳に入るとひどい目に遭わされるから。鏡屋はチョンキンガーデンの中だよ。俺が教えたってこと内緒だよ。
Wait, hang on. Before we do that, let's speak to the locksmith again in case he has a way to unlock it. I don't know how this get. Oh, you were the thing that was behind there, yes? Okay. Okay. Ah, I can speed the text. Cool, that's handy. Fan? You'd need a fan in a place like this. Like, oh, it'd be... Ugh. You'd just be stuck in the, like, the unmoving air otherwise. What was the other guy he said to visit? The navigator? You mentioned the Judge Dredd, Ricky. I'm still sad that the, like, it was just called Dredd. I'm sad that didn't do well. That was really good. I really liked that. Mirror Merchant, that was it. Oh, wait. No. Mirror Merchant's who we're after. Brain Bad. Mainspring Merchant, that's the one they mentioned. Okay. I assume all the text would be readable if you could read Chinese scroll. Where are those bikes going? Oh, I see. Okay, this is, it's not grid-based. Ah, how do the elements work again? Fuck, I can never remember the goddamn how the 5 elements flow. So we've got a water, a fire, and an earth charge. And we need to, like, hit the things with their, like, non-aligned element. That's just the exit, isn't it? Okay. It's not, like, completely freeform either. It's weird. Not bad, just weird. Can we... Ah, okay, we can scooch on the diagonals as well. Not the diagonals, the, words. Hang on. Paint? Why is there paint? Yeah, Kota, how's it going? We've just got to the first real quote-unquote dungeon. Wonder if we need keys or if they're just permanent locks. Yeah, I think this is something you would definitely jive with, Kota. What cosplay are you working on? Big wizard hat is good civilization. Gonna hack in the gate. Yeah, there's as I said, I think you'll I think this will hit for you. This definitely got my sort of aesthetic approval. I think we're healing very briefly, or not very slowly. Our health is going back up. This is from when the term cyberpunk wasn't quite so commercialized. Whoop! What the fuck? Okay, you need to... Okay, it's metal, so we need to hit it with fire. Okay, at least it tells us that. Now, we do need to be a little careful because that's one of our 3 bullets. We're a little bit limited in, I don't think this is, as bad on the trippy scale, compared to something like, Planet Laika. I think that was much more, like, trippy in a drug trip sense.
Oi.
Oh.
誰かいるのかいるのか助けてくれ俺はこの中だ3本のおかげでここを開けてくれ
Alright, will do. Do we get like a mark on the map? No, I just need to mint it. Can I fight the door? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Can I... Oh my god! This puts modern video games to shame. We can put map markers. The Metroidvania genre is what badly needs map markers. Well, in this case, I think it's so we can have up to 13 map markers, but that's fair. The PS1 had what, 4 megs of memory? I'm surprised they had enough memory left over to even allow you to do that much. Hmm. Hey, Pepe Paco, how's it going? I don't know if I've... I don't know if I need to do something in a more direct sense to that, door that was, like, flashing at us. But, like, we try to open this door. What happens if I, like... Does that help us at all? Yeah. Unless, like... It's tied to, like, a... Like, whatever's causing the purple here... Maybe we need to kill that to cause the door to unlock? I'm not sure how we go about, like, properly sniffing out enemies yet. Okay, it's gotta be, I was about to say, things are getting real wibbly wobbly, it's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, I might need to retract my previous statement about not trippy. There's a friggin' shark fused with an antenna. Yeah, okay. That was indeed, we needed to take him out to unlock that other door. I wonder if this opens more than just this door.
助けてくれたのか。助かった。どうなることかと。白血鏡の部屋に行こうとこの封筒に入った途端邪気が強まってこんなことに。
Okay.
さあ鍵を渡してくれ。3本の大鍵だよ。
Can we just not give them to
大
him?
鍵をあと1本見つけると鍵穴中心の結界を解くことができる。それで白血鏡の部屋に入れるはずだ。あんたにはこれが必要だろ。七宝刀だよ。最後の大鍵のありかは俺に心当たりがある。見つけたら錠前屋に渡しておくよ。後で寄ってみてくれないか。もうここのグイリーどもはきれいさっぱりいなくなったんだろ。
Okay, so now we've got the primary weapon for the game. I'm not quite sure how this works yet mechanically, but you can absorb elements off of enemies with it. So unlike the 8-star sword, which came preloaded with some elements for us to play with, the 7-star sword, we can absorb our own elements. Whoop. I don't remember hiring anyone.
迷わずにここまで来るなんて大したもんだ。さっきのおっさんは探し物があるって言ってたけど、あんたどうする？龍城路へ戻るかい？ここは俺の受け持ちなんだ。次に来るときにはまた雇ってくれよ。
You have an interesting face, sir.
案内屋の社長に言っとくよ。あんたからの依頼はフートン全域の一括契約にするようにって。
Huh. And now, did you just loop on that? You know, I should do the Saturn version of Baroque as well. We did the PlayStation version, but we never did the Saturn version. I'm just thinking of first-person stuff. Yeah, as I said, we'd done the PlayStation version a while back. At the time that we did the PlayStation version, the Saturn version hadn't been... I didn't have, like, a translation available for it. That's another vibes game. We need to get an email address. Oh yeah. No, this is absolutely doing it for me. I kind of figured it would. It's one of those tricky things where you walk the line between, like, being something, like, properly intriguing and then being too art. I usually tend to find the Japanese stuff walks that line well. I think I mentioned Planet Laika before. That crosses the line in a few places. What happens if I use money on you? Hey, Levy. Thanks as always. Indeed, it does feel like it's been a little while. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, like the you could go too far into the art territory and just become, like, incomprehensible wank. This is definitely not approaching that end of the spectrum. Yet. It certainly has the potential to go there, but thus far this is quite grounded and engaging. Well, the English patch for this only just came out, Livy. Well, about an hour ago. Can we... Okay, no, we can't get to there yet. Fair enough. We did talk to you, right? You were like, I sold all my bottles, yeah. To catch the corpses 3. Yeah, that's there's one I quite like, but I can't really recommend it because it's art. Mad God. The first, like, third of Mad God is quite comprehensible. The back 2 acts of it get beyond incomprehensible. It's a real visual feast, though. It's a stop motion. Oh, it's really good, but it is, like, it is incomprehensible nonsense. Again, yeah, I think that is the kind of thing you probably would enjoy, Kota. My... I've lost myself a bit. I think we needed to talk to the locksmith again. Where was he at? This doesn't actually lead anywhere, does it? This is just a dead end here, right? We need that the open area. I know visually the place I'm looking for, but not how to actually get there. Is it through this door? Yeah, this is the right way. Navigate via landmarks. Let's go. Yeah, you do gotta wonder, a place like this, everybody's gonna be on some kind of drugs. Yeah, we bought some mercury off him earlier. I was trying to remember the name of the Chinese emperor that took all the mercury to live forever. The, irony there. If I could remember their name, technically they would have achieved living forever. Fortunately, my, Chinese history is fairly weak. Where was the door to the front? Oh, actually, Coda, I don't know if you caught today. There's a whole bunch of stuff announced. We're getting a remake of Toho 6. Nah, not the Treehouse one. This was the Japanese direct. They announced the Toho 6 was exclusive to the Japanese direct, but it is being released in lots of languages, which would be a first for Toho. Yep, I've already got it wishlisted. It's coming out on Cerno Day, which... that's a nice touch. Also, did you were into the Xenoblade games, Kota? Because they just announced the Switch 2 version of all three, and then a brand new... Yeah, Genesis is the new one, and then there's Switch 2 versions of Blade 1, 2, and 3. Now, I wonder if it's going to pull some... Ah, okay, yeah. This is... I was about to draw another, Mist comparison, and there we go, straight up Mist well, not Mist, but Riven. Disc changes are actual, like, the discs are proper game content discs. You need to change discs while accessing certain areas. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Hmm. Okay, it takes a while to spin the disc up. That's a little scary. I thought it didn't work. I was also going to say, I wonder if it's going to pull some, like, Mist shenanigans where it hides something on, like, the left and right turns in a corridor that you wouldn't otherwise think to turn left and right. Hello there. How did you even get a car down here? I'm assuming you're missing glasses? The way you're talking is strange. Blood Nest Alley. That sounds pleasant. Actually, it is kind of pleasant. Fucking hush my mouth. What the dickens? Okay. That's just a happy little guy. That's kind of cool. The NPCs like animating as you like adjust the viewing angle and whatnot. Wait, is that cabinet the girl in the box? That's certainly a cabinet. One of them strip mahjong boxes. Cabinets, box, words. Ugh. Mushroom dealer and wig dealers. Okay. Who's this lad in the visor? Oh.
俺のキノコは安心確実いつも取れたて新鮮キノコだ欲しくないなら無理にとは言わないよそれからまあいっか聞きたいことあったらそん時はそっちから声かけてくれ
Okay. What? He's gone. Interesting. Hopefully we didn't screw up there. Hi. Okay. Can I buy some opium? locked. Go down this way. Are these just fireworks, or is this a little more kaboom? Hey, happy face man, how's it going? Yeah, the patch came out like a bit over an hour ago. It's only just hit. Yeah, it hasn't been, like, it certainly hasn't had any, missed tier bullshit yet. We shall see, but, yeah. It's okay. Just sends us back down there. It's definitely that kind of game. I was saying before, like, it's got a really, really good vibe thus far, and it is very, very much a experience. This is something I was quite looking forward to. I've gone in effectively blind, given the English patch has only just come out today. I probably don't need to put up any, like, no spoiler warnings, because most people won't have been able to play this yet. Saying like the level of Japanese and the like Chinese mix, there was no way I was going to be able to play this in raw Japanese. It's beyond my meager abilities. It's the link should be in the chat. You don't have to donate to get it on Patreon. It is a like a free open post. Boy, his eyes are about to jump out of his face. I don't know if you do you need a Patreon account to view that post? I don't know. That might be the problem there. I do have a Patreon account. I didn't have to pay for access or anything. Like as I said, it is just a free open post. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Otherwise, I mean, if you wait a bit, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone's put a patched version up and available. I just grabbed the patch and, like, patched my own ROMs. Not that it was hard in this case, like it's just straight X Delta patch, or very, very simple shit, no fucking dismantling ISOs or anything. Not that you really have to do that much these days, just I was monkeying around with some esoteric crap the other day. Trying to get Persona 1 PSP working the way I wanted. What's with PSP games, actually? That's the only things recently that I've had to, like, rip open ISOs and rebuild them. The .hack link patch was the same. So if I sound a little low energy, it's not for a lack of interest. Believe me, I am incredibly intrigued. It's just 5 a.m. here. And I've been unwell for like a week. They do cover that in the they put out a document with the patch that covers some of that, where it like they do bring up that like some of the like where it was somewhat incomprehensible potentially to a native Japanese speaker. I believe they said they've like tried to accommodate that to some extent, but I'm not sure to what extent. Yeah, there's, as I said, there's a document with the patch. You might want to give that a read over to see sort of exactly what they've done. But yeah, there was something like that about, how they, like, had to implement certain, like, place names, and they chose to just sort of very, like, certain names and things were translated a very sort of literal. Ah, shit! I can't find the bit of the thing I was reading. But yeah, there's like a 60+ page document that they released with the patch that like covers a lot of their, a lot of the game's like terminology and whatnot, and their addressing of it. That's the zone line, isn't it? Yeah. That's not you by any chance, is it? Nope. I wonder, actually, can I... No, okay. I was wondering if I could interact with the person there as well as use the navigational prompts. Where was... Was it back here? Where we first went with the fortune teller? There. Because didn't the other guy say to, like, go get your fortune told? Can we... Oh, I guess not. Never mind. It's a dead end, isn't it? I think we have been everywhere through here. It's just we have hit some flags. We had the we got the cards from the opium dealer, and we made the mushroom guy move. I don't know where he moved off to. Not quite the right thing, but a arrival. This is quite interesting so far. I should check that series out at some point. I did see some clips from it. It seemed interesting. Yeah. Oh. I guess we ain't going back. Well, that at least limits our, area of operations. Which I do appreciate that, because, like, one of the problems with, like, Riven was you could, like, walk around everywhere, which is really cool, and end up, like, getting, like, 5 different puzzles in your head and not knowing, like, sort of where you're going or what you're doing. Random kid jump scare? As in the, was the prawn kid that, like, just appeared? Oh, Riven. Sorry, I thought we were talking this. Well, we did have a random kid jump scare earlier. Fucking kid just appeared behind us where there was no kid before. So this guy needs us to have an ID, and we need an ID to be able to access the net as well. So we need an ID. Oh. You've changed your dialogue. Or maybe you had more than one dialogue? Is that on me? Okay, well that still sets that. There was someone we bumped into earlier mentioned something about, like, getting a access card. There is going to be a bunch of me just bumbling around. I do apologize if that ends up boring at some point. Yeah, see, those guys, that guy says to get the fortune told. And this is where the mushroom merchant was originally, and then he scarpered. I'm hoping this isn't Sierra Game Tier and that we can, like, softlock ourselves. That would be... oof. Never played Shadowgate. Hey, yeah, shit, how's it going? Of course, know of Shadowgate. I've just never played it. Okay. I think there was there something like you can speed up the area? Ah, yeah, okay. So if you hold down start, that's gonna get very confusing though. But if you hold down start, you can skip the animations and it just loads the next, like, JPEG. But as I said, you do that too quickly, it's going to get very confusing. Because we're not getting any, like, physical transitional data. You've got to hold, like, really well in your head where you actually are. Handy for moving quickly, but bad for navigating. Wait. What's this? I missed one. $5,000! A little bit expensive, old man. Maybe it wasn't. Did I miss it, or was it just not here before? So that's now like spawned in? Hmm. Oh, bye money. Oh, we got an access card. Assume we can then use that with the headless turtle spouting blood does not sound like a good fortune. The twin registrar. Was this an... Oh, okay, I was gonna say, was this an explorable square before? Yes, it was. This is... Old man. Is this still a dead end? My worry now with using the quick transition is like if new zones like that are appearing, and I just completely miss them. Where was the registrar? Well, fucking rip. These guys are actually saying something different. Where was the... They mentioned a hotel, Lions Hotel, Dragons Hotel, something like that. What's that? Have we seen that? Does sound familiar. So this is still inaccessible? There wasn't anything down here, was there? It was just an alley. No reaction. I just realized we haven't actually had access to a save point in this area either. I do get a little nervous when it's been a while since I've saved. I don't know specifically, but I do know this game does have some weird, like, crash instability. Where was this? Oh, you're new. Hello.
おいおい、そこの見かけない顔だな。私は質屋のリーホンだ。あんただろ？シャオヘイに変なもの頼んだのは。本だよ、本。暦の本さ。シャオヘイが探してくれって言うもんだから、やっとの思いで見つけたんだ。本はこの札と引き換えだから、これをシャオヘイに渡してくれ。一 といてくれよ。早く取りに来いって頼んだよ。その札あんたに預けたからシャオヘに渡してくれ。頼んだよ。
I don't think we've met a Xiaohei. Okay, so that hasn't moved him back here. I should take a break shortly as well. We've been going for over 2 hours. I'd say at the next save point, but I don't know when that's going to be. Love to help you with that, sir, but I don't think we've met a Xiaohei. It's not a, yeah, it's not a, like, Doki Doki heart pounding scenario, but I don't know, I quite like it. Oh! That did not open before.
君か。風水を起こすためこの空論城にやってきたの。するといよいよ妖怪にも影響が現れているのだな。私はウェイ。ここで気候塾を主催している。知っているだろうが、この空論城には龍脈、つまり風水を司る四神獣たちの気の流れが全て通じているらしい。しかし、清流、白虎、朱雀、玄武の見立てが行われたという記録はない。ただ分かっているのは、清流となるべき存在がその力を封じられているということだ。それは木彫りの仏像として封じられているらしいのだが、どこに隠されている。まして残りの神獣については、その存在すら我々にはつかめていない。いや待て、空路ネットに何か記録があったはずだ。ネットの端末は龍城飯店にある。アクセスカードがあれば引き出せるだろう。リッチには私から伝えておくよ。
Right. And this is where I get confused. Because we're using the... It's like... It does have... like actual Chinese terminology and whatnot that it uses in places. But here we have them using the Japanese names for the four guardians, but it's been translated as the Chinese names. Ah, this shit always messes with my head. And then you have times, what was it, Neo, I think, that did half-half. It had two of them using their Chinese names and two of them using their Japanese names. It's like, you haven't even picked one street. You went down both at the same time, make it extra confusing. Oh, you're on the cover art.
じいさんからカードを売りつけられただろう。それ、俺の改造アクセスカードさ。残念でした。そのカードには俺が細工をした。だからあんたには使いこなせないよ。さあ、返してくれ。
If you give us a real one. Now I don't have an access card, even a pirate card. Now I assume we just can't get online now? Question mark? Oh, it's me! Eye patch behind a bar! What are you boying?
Wei が言ってたのはあんたのことか。俺がリッチだ。よろしくな。で、何の用かな。端末使うならそこにあるぜ。端末使うならそこにあるぜ。
Lots to be looking at in here. However, would like to be able to save the game and take a short break, please. Alright, I will leave you in the company of this lovely gentleman while I take a short break. Just gonna get up, have a stretch, make myself a fresh cup of coffee, and just refresh a bit. You need to grab yourselves a snack or a drink, or just have a stretch. Now is the time. I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Got me a fresh cup of coffee. Oh, thank you, thank you. Let's get back into things.
ちゃんと端末使いたけりゃ改造してないカードがいるぜ。アクセスカードはよく忘れてくやつがいるから探してみるといい。もっとも今時で歩くやつも少ないだろう。
Really?
ここのところこのクーロンは様子が変なんだ。ウェイの紹介がなけりゃあんたみたいな見知らぬやつにはとっとと出てってもらってるとこだ。なんだいその札。なんだシャオヘイのやつ、質屋に何か頼んでいたのか。あんたそれを知らせに来たんだな。シャオヘイなら2階だ。
Oh, well, that's convenient.
私ならここよ。
シャオヘイ、お前の探し物が見つかったそうだ。シャオヘイなんて名前だから男だと思っただろ。
あなたが知らせに来てくれたのね。ありがとう。
どうだいシャオヘイ、この人にお前の姉貴探しでも手伝ってもらえば。
あなたリッチに気に入られたみたいね。本はすぐ取りに行くわ。
俺はお前のことが心配で言ってるんだぞ。おい、聞いてるのかあいつ。まったくシャオヘイのやつな、急に姉貴姉貴って言い出して、なんでも夢に姉貴が出てきてあいつとの出会いを予言したとかなんとか、もうすっかり信じ込んでるんだ。もしその姉貴とやらが双子だったらスネークのやつらに目をつけられちまうよ。やつら何でも双子の力を集めてるって話だ。やばいよな。シャオヘイのやつな、急に姉貴姉貴って言い出して、なんでも夢に姉貴が出てきてあいつとの出会いを予言したとかなんとか、もうすっかり信じ込んでるんだ。もしその姉貴とやらが双子だったらスネークのやつらに目をつけられちまうよ。やつら何でも双子の力を集めてるって話だ。やばいよな。
Can we poke around up here? Right. I'm gonna assume that is her room. Did we actually hand the tag over? We did.
おお、さっきはすまなかった。で、シャオヘイに札を渡してくれたんだろうね。あいつの依頼には手こずったよ、まったく。古い暦の本なんてめったに見つかるもんじゃない。あの本、どうやら引用に関係してるみたいだな。そうそう、あんたにもこの際だから言っとくが、私は何を持ち込まれても金には買えないよ。この時代のもの、この町のものなんかね、興味なくてね。探してくれって言われりゃ探さないこともないが。さあ、シャオヘイが品物取りに来たら俺は休憩時間だ。
I was kind of hoping we could get an access card
し
from
か
him.
し、なんでまたあんな古本が必要かね。あんたたち何やろうとしてるんだ。
Nah, nothing occult going on here, sir. Never mind my 7-star sword full of malice. We did meet the mushroom seller, but he did not sell us any mushrooms. Okay. We got some, like, neuromancer or snow crash shenanigans going on here. Which those were very much part of the, like, cyberpunk genre back then.
さっきはありがとう。暦の本まだ取りに行ってないんだ。ごめんなさい。リッチは私が何か変な妄想にでも取りつかれてるんじゃないかって心配してるのよ。でも大丈夫。妄想なんかじゃない。じゃあすぐ行くわ。リーホンのところ。
Are you just looping?
さっきはありがとう。
This doesn't feel like an AI story. Which I mentioned Neuromancer, that's... was it Neuromancer dealt with that plus AI stuff? Yeah. Snow Crash wasn't AI. Snow Crash was just people. That, I don't know, does that stuff even count as, like, classic sci-fi? I suppose these days it might. It's not what really registers as classic sci-fi in my head, because that's, like, 80s stuff. But that probably counts as classic sci-fi now. Oh. Because there was a period I went through like a ton of like sci-fi from across the eras. Did Neuromancer and Snow Crash during that period, as well as a bunch of like proper classic sci-fi like Childhood's End, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, the Foundation series, the Robot series, Asimov stuff. Bit of the first of like Ring World. I never did any of the what's the Rama or any of those? I should probably go through at some point. Which ones? Something like Foundation is very like fun to read because it's great to see like that sci-fi from that far back that's now almost surpassed. But it's a lot of it's real good. I'm actually going through modern sci-fi, The Expanse at the moment. I really like Foundation. The first 3, like the original Foundation trilogy, I thought was really good. Very, very, like, classic sci-fi stuff. I did the TV adaptation of that recently, actually. I never did getting around to checking that out. That said, I probably, it was like, mentioning The Expanse. I'd read through a bunch of The Expanse before. It is all out now, so I'm going through the whole thing again. I'm going to catch up with all of them, but, I did check out, like, a couple of episodes of the TV adaptation of The Expanse. I was not a fan.
しかし、なんでまたあんな古本が
Yeah, well, so that's why, like, The Expanse, as I said, for, like, a modern sci-fi, option. Very hard sci-fi, as it were. Is that a hint? Go to the... we can get into the game center now. We can. Ah!
ダメだ しょう。はあ、またやられたよ。なんだよあんた。町の奴らが噂してる風水師ってあんたか。風水師ってのは占い師みたいなもんだろ。だったら俺の話も聞いてくれよ。夢の中に俺とそっくりな顔の兄貴が現れるんだ。そして言うんだよ、自分を救い出してくれって。なあ、気味悪いだろ。俺って双子なのか。
Wait, we actually hinting at something here?
教えてくれよ。俺にも何か特別な力とかあったりしてね。
Because we'd already established before with the Registrar of Twins, there's something fancy going on with twins in this place.
町の奴らが噂して。
Yeah, okay, I worked all that out for myself. Whoa, we got multicolored markers. Advanced technology going on here, yo. Oh, hang on. DRA 387-1W. Now they did include a thing in the big old document that was like, because these are written in like kanji, and they've had to implement them thusly in English. The Dragon 387. I don't know how you'd. I don't actually know how you'd translate in the other 1W plot. The initial slot is for like the one of the 12 zodiacs. The back slot, I don't understand the characters on that one.
カード手に入れたのか。よかったな。そういや、そろそろリゾームの会員たちのおしゃべりが始まる頃だ。でも登録してなければアクセスできないかな。
So we're gonna do some, like, Shadowrun style Hackerman shit.
カード手に
Oh, this is another one I read. So this is going to sound suspiciously Chinese, because it is. These were literally just straight up in Chinese in the original with no subtitles. This is just fluff. There's no, like, story details to be gleaned from these. I'm assuming they have had to they've had to do like a bunch of graphics hacking for this. Oh, hey, I should probably read. This counts as fluff text. Geomantic feng shui involves the awakening of Earth's dormant powers to instill balance at grand scales. Geomancers revere natural terrain as divine beasts. We harmonize the world by seeking their protection. The northern mountains form Xuanwu, the eastern ranges are the Qinglong, the waters and lone peaks to the south are Zhuque, and the great road in the west is Baihu. The designative rights of these four divine beasts over any one city are what we call the divine choices. Divine choices are only performed by feng shui masters of vast experience. If the rites are sound, dragon veins will open from within each beast, and eternal tranquility will gush forth. Any place where all 4 dragon veins intersect is called a dragon's den. Any landmark where a dragon's vein rises from underground is also a den. Dragon's dens brim with fiercely positive ki and unrivaled prosperity. Once any dragon vein emerges, out flows an energy akin to an electrical current. Temples are often built to amplify and relay these currents to reach greater surrounding distances. Amongst the Feng Shui masters alive today, only a handful have ever found places that needed new divine choices. Such places include uncharted lands and despaired places that need their previously unsound choices corrected. Courtesy of Huang Di, 18th Supreme Feng Shui Master, Supreme Committee of Feng Shui, Hong Kong. Ki flow. As blood circulates through the body, ki circulates through the air. The veins through which ki circulates around us, invisible to the naked eye, are what we call ki flows. Disturbances in these delicate flows draw malice, a vicious, lethal ki. Feng Shui masters can see malice distortions through a Feng Shui scope. In spaces where malice is present, distortions look like a purple miasma. Humans cannot stay in the miasma for long before malice rots their bodies. Malice gradually and mercilessly drains life from its victims, so if a space is tainted, it must be cleansed. There are 4 ways to expel malice. 1. Reshape the building. Malice cannot stagnate where there is proper ki flow. However, ample planning before construction is required for this to be achieved. 2. Remove the source of malice. When malice manifests, it oft targets discarded objects first, turning them into ghosts that further the spread. Purge these fiends to subdue malice. 3. Hanging mirrors to regulate ki flow. Agua mirrors are hung in order to repel malice, attract positive ki, and uphold a proper flow overall. Alas, mirrors are delicate, and their effects are undone by so little as changing the angles of said mirrors. 4. Geomancy or Feng Shui mastery. If we can establish Feng Shui and invoke the higher powers from deep within the Earth's dragon veins, those veins will stay protected, and slight ki flow disturbances will not stir malice even within unruly structures. Though often confused, we take the position that a ki flow is an indoor ki current, and a dragon vein is an underground current born from a divine beast. Courtesy of Huang Di, 18th Supreme Feng Shui Master, Supreme Committee of Feng Shui, Hong Kong. I'm not quite Gilu. Objects have spirits of their own, just as humans and animals do. Once an object is discarded, its spirit might begin to deteriorate. Alas, if malice, negative ki, possesses the targeted object, that object will transform into a ghost. That ghost is called a Gilu? Gilu? Gilu amplifies malice. Let me try that again. Gilu amplify malice's influence over a space, making way for infestation. In time, spaces infested with malice and Gilu become unsafe for humans. To cleanse a space, one must first defeat the Gilu within by exploiting the different elements of malice that possess the cursed discarded objects. As we know, all things fall under at least one of the 5 elements: tree, fire, earth, metal, and water. Malice is no exception to this rule. To battle a Gilu, it is imperative to learn its element, then attack with whichever element dominates that. Remember the 5 paths: Water drowns fire. Fire melts metal. Metal carves trees. Trees drain earth. Earth dams water. You know what? I'm going to screenshot that because I can never fucking remember this. I played so many games that use the 5 Chinese elements. I can never goddamn remember how the thing plays out. Hang on. I think let me check the big old this big old document. I think they have a pronunciation chart in here. Oh. Well, they do have pronunciation chart, but not quite what I was looking for in this. They have, like, pronunciations for all of the enemy actual names. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Here we go. We've got another pronunciation chart. Yeah, explaining it in text is tricky. I know. I've been down this road before. Greylu? 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 Greylu. I think that's what I'm going with. When fighting malice with malice, obey the pentagram and the elemental circle of hierarchy that it portrays. It was immortalized in the Heian era Japan by Abe no Seimei and Onmyoji. In closing, I should mention that the term Greylu is rather ancient. Courtesy of Huangdi, 18th Supreme Feng Shui Master, Supreme Community of Feng Shui, Hong Kong. Swords! Because elemental domination is our key approach to Guilyu slaying, those who fight Guilyu must travel with elements of malice in tow. Malice eats at the human body like radioactive material. It would be suicide to carry malice barehanded. Hence, the 7-star sword was made. The 7-star sword was not designed for melee combat, but as a vessel for storing elements of malice. Only 4 elements should be stored at the most, for if all 5 elements are ever in one place, the 5 paths of malice will be met, overtaking the wielder. If you, the wielder, encounter Guiliu, defeat the Guiliu by shooting them with malice of any dominant element. You can also remove a Guiliu threat by absorbing its malice into the sword. However, the 7-star sword cannot accommodate duplicates of any elements. If you have 4 elements of malice stored in your blade, Guiliu hunting may prove to be a simple task. But beware, if you come into contact with malice of the missing 5th element, the 5 phases of malice will take shape to your immediate misfortune. Ultimately, in the current world held by Feng Shui, the need for such a blade is a thing of the past. Yeah, we did earlier, Kota. What the heck? I am prepared. Waihu's dragon vein is nearby. Once the den is found, my divine choice can finally be made. I shall be one with the white tiger. But how does one perform such a rite as this on his own? In case I fail, I must leave the compass behind before I depart, and pray a Feng Shui master retrieves it from its haven. Do my nightmares hold any meaning? One can only hope they aren't omens of calamity. The one I worry for is my younger brother. Guijian? Please, may no disaster befall him. Recorded on May 22nd, 1987. Guijian. Okay, so that's the access card that we're using. So we're currently nicking Sui Jan's identity. Yep, wrong button. That just goes a bit weird on us, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, I've picked up like random Chinese words over the years, but never any like competent amount.
カード手に入れたのか。
Alright, so assumedly we should be able to now talk to the twin register. I don't know why we need to get registered as a twin, but it is something we can do, Question mark. You boys have any more hints? Alright, the hint seems to be go do what you were going to do. Go back to the twin register. Ugh. God damn, sir, your eyes, every time. That's gonna take some getting used to. Don't question it. Alright, I need to use the card on him. Just talk to him. Totally mine. I won't question it. Did I just lose my card? God damn it, I just got that right. Uh-oh. Okay. Huh. We doing snake as in like Jaka, like the triad? The way is open.
あんただろう。俺のアクセスカード持って行ったのは。いいこと教えてやる。俺はカードなしでも生体通信できるんだ。該当端末でも大丈夫さ。今試してみるからそこにおとなしくしてろ。生体通信は脳みその無意識をいじくるんだ。気持ちいいぞ。
Oh, fuck!
さあ、来たぞ来たぞ。なんだどうした。違うぞ。まだだ。早すぎる。こんなところ。うわー、開いてない。
Holy shit! Boy got hit by a fucking William Hartnell era death ray from a Dalek.
何の騒ぎだね一体。今日は大切なセミナーの日だというのに。あなたもネットやるならまずお始め式に参加しなさい。皆さんが快く迎えてくれますよ。一人で悩んでいても力は発揮されない。あなたはここの人間じゃないの。用があるなら双子屋に相談なさい。
That just kind of happened. We didn't really have anything to do with that. Hey, Iconoclast, how's it going? Some dude got melted, and then we talked to a bat lady. Okay. Right? Why do we need to visit a taxidermist? Do we need, maybe if we need, like, fucking representative statues of, like, the 4 spirits, maybe we need a taxidermist for that. feel like we're joining a cult. I don't know about this. I think I do have a keywordy thingy. I don't know if I want to look this keyword up, though. I don't know if the game expects us to know this, or if we're supposed to be intentionally confused by it. It's a hard one of like, is it a, like, it might be like a Chinese mysticism concept that you just kind of assumed to know.
カード手に入れたのか。よかったな。そういや、そろそろリゾームの
I guess we're technically a registered member now? Does it have, any way to identify between the different save slots? Like time played or something? Because that might, I'm gonna have to like mark down which save slot I'm currently on in case I forget. Oh, no, it don't. Alright, that's gonna get, okay, so we're currently in the middle slot. Oh boy, this is getting weird. Does that just loop? Oh. Nobody home. This is still gonna go. What?
あんた、顔色悪いぜ。大丈夫かい？いいか、一つ忠告しておく。この町で起きたことは絶対に自分だけの心にしまっておくんだ。それがこの町の住人のルールだ。わかったな。
Yeah, that's pretty much for any kind of shady place.
そうだ。シャオヘイがあんたに話したいことがあるそうだ。なんか様子が変なんだ。見てやってくれないか。2階にいるよ。そうだ。
あなた、ファイヤの日って何のことだかわかる？私ね、あの暦の本を持ってシャ先生のところに行ってきたの。入って、聞いてほしいの。
Strange lady inviting us into her room?
ファイヤの日に会える。それが姉の言葉なの。夢の中でいつも決まって同じ。その言葉の意味をシャ先生に尋ねてみたわ。それは引用の暦にある日付なんだって。引用の暦では毎日を5つの属性で呼び表すそうなの。でも姉の言うファイヤの日がいつなのか、シャ先生にもわからなかった。変ね、初めて会った人にこんな話するなんて。確かに感じる、姉のこと。いつも見る夢、私がみるみる体を失って地面の中に潜り込んでゆく。足や腰が枯れ木のように割れて力を失って肩のあたりまで潜り込んだ時、私は叫び声を上げる。声にならない声。すると決まって姉が現れて手を差し伸べてくれるの。その時、とても安らかな気持ちになれる。姉は静かな口調で一言言う。ファイヤの日に会える。シャ先生に会ってみて。先生は海鮮中心に住んでいる変わり者。あなたならもっと詳しいことがわかるかもしれない。
Hey, Tack, how's it going? I didn't even realize that 'cause, like I've not played Shenmue before. I didn't realize that Kowloon was featured in it until today.
どうにもわからねえんだ、あいつの考えてること。いるのかいねえのかはっきりしねえ姉貴のことで、なんであんなに真剣になれるんだ。俺に兄弟がいるなんて言われてもな、ピンとこないよ。俺に兄弟がいるなんて。
Hmm. Where was the uh was that was the rain. I had intended to go for quite a while on this, but I'm actually getting quite tired. Might not be able to go for as long as I'd wanted. That's right, it was the blocked passageway. That's handy. That's actually, I mean, that's where I was going anyway, but that's a clue, I guess, as to what to do now. Oh, he's got one of these doohickeys.
ああ、あんたか。シャオヘイが話していた風水師というのは、私がシャだ。ついにこの町が妖怪に影響を及ぼすようになったのか。私が恐れていたことが起きてしまった。シャオヘイから話は聞いているな。そうだ。いくら調べてもファイヤの日がいつなのかはっきりしないのだ。引用の暦では木下土温水の五属性を日付に割り振っているのだが、困ったことに同じファイヤでもさらに細かく分かれていて、暦の本だけでは日付を特定できんのだ。それよりもな、むしろ私が心配なのはシャオヘイのことだよ。あの子がガーミンに侵されていなければよいのだが、ガーミンとは邪悪な意志に支配された力、本物のミンリーとは似て非なるものだ。君はネットにはもう入ってみたんだろう。ならばネットの連中がみんなガーミンに侵されていることは気づいたかね。不吉な影を感じるのだ。もしシャオヘイとお姉さんが双子なら、これはガーミンの恐れがある。その力が悪用されなければよいのだが。確かここいらあたりにディープへの入り口があったはずなんだが、封じられている。確かここいらあたりにディープへの入り口があったはずなんだが。
Fucking gone. It's done that a couple of times where characters have just teleported out of a space. Oh, hang on. No, they did actually have new information there. Whoops. Kelao Association. Onto. Okay. Oh.
わかったの。このブレスレットよ。 これは母の形見なんだけど、漢字が彫ってあるの。土の絵と根の2文字が。ほら、日付を表す時にも漢字で書くでしょ。これでファイヤの日がわかるんじゃないかな。あの暦の本でもう一度謝先生に調べてもらうわ。何かわかったら教えるね。
I wonder if the original game had a function for like text flowing further than the voiced lines, or if there was something else they had to code for the English version.
シャオヘイのやつ、出たり入ったり忙しいやつだ。あのなんとか先生にまた余計な入れ知恵でもされたんじゃないのか。あいつの様子は俺がちゃんと見といてやるからさ。あんたは自分の用事を済ませちまったらどうだい。メールが来てるよ。龍城路の鏡屋からだ。
How did you see that?
シャオヘイのやつ。
Emails are auto-deleted once read. Mainspring Merchant. I found the 4th key garbled, which means we have them all garbled. Oops, I'm sending this email on behalf of the Mirror Merchant. I'm not good at it just yet. Sorry, the locksmith has the 4th key. You can use that key to remove the barrier inside of Chungking Garden. You'll find the mirror chamber inside. That leaves you with one last hurdle. You'll need the compass doll, but it's probably tainted with malice. You can't just leave it... Bleh. This thing broken? SLW4? Is that the next English patch to come out? Emails, like, playing out like they're events is... What kind of, like, hacky setup is this? I'm assuming we're going to need to go back to the first area. Where did we see the taxidermist? Was that back? That was over this, like, the area that opened up after the car moved. We had the discussion about the taxidermist. Osa.
悪いやつを捕まえるコンテストやったんだが、成果が今一つでね。一つ協力し合おうじゃないか。龍城路では随分活躍したんだろ。どうだ、あんた風水の問題を抱え込んでる。俺は俺で悪い奴らを捕まえてきてもらいたいんだ。サンシーさ、名前の通り3匹いてね、あそこのどこかに身を隠してる。うまくいったら50万視座の豪華剥製をやるよ。これを持っていけ。サンシーの瓶、こいつに3匹とも捕まえるんだ。必要なら特製グイリー玉もある。俺が苦労して集めたグイリー玉のエキスだ。
There we go. Thank you.
欲しいなら買っていくことだ。これをグイリーにぶつけると奴ら消えてしまう。どんな属性の邪気にも使えるんだ。
So hopefully I don't regret that.
ここの地下室が入り口だ。鍵は開けてある。あんたが気脈を正せば龍城路のやつも喜ぶ。人助けはいいことだ。
早已被清拆嘅九龍城寨突然間重新出現，而且妖魔鬼怪到處橫行。而家你睇緊嘅唔係電影，而家香港嘅全部危在旦夕。
Okay, what? Christ. So he came from the underground, right? So I assume that's...
鍵はみんな揃った。結界を解くことができるぞ。ただメールに書いた通り、コンパスドールは邪気に取りつかれてしまっている。ドールは白血鏡の正しい角度を覚えている。白血鏡の角度を正すためにはどうしても必要だ。これでなんとかなるか。超級マグネットだ。
Supreme magnet. How does it work?
ドールに出くわしたらそのマグネットで目覚めさせるんだ。でないと邪気があんたにも取り付いてしまうぞ。ドールを手に入れたらそいつで白血鏡を元に戻してくれ。
Well, we fight Malice with a 7-star sword. Alright, I might need to stop shortly. I am getting quite tired, unfortunately. I mean, it is 7:30 a.m., so it's no surprise there. I'm not on, like, nighttime schedule at the moment, so I'm a bit, over time, he says, instead of saving and quitting, and continues exploring. Okay, we got a whole bunch of dungeons to run. Alright, this is probably a good time to stop then. Ominous. More than just there's nothing special to it, Mercury actively kills you, sir. Okay, so yeah, that's so we're in slot. Oh, okay, cool. It actually we're in a new chapter? Question mark? Chapter 5, I guess. All right, nice. That works well. All right. That is unfortunately where I'm gonna have to stop for today. I do really want to keep going. I am super freaking intrigued by this. Unfortunately, I am big tired. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a stream in tonight. Sort of similar situation, just depends on how I'm doing. As I'm still recovering from sickness. Though definitely not as bad as I was on the weekend. So hopefully, yeah, I very much want to stream some more. So we'll see how we go. Yeah. For now, that is all. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.